Lesson number 5. Learn to make boundaries your best friend. This one is huge, guys. When I started university, I thought success was all about how often I attended classes, how hard I worked, um, how much I could juggle at once. And let me tell you guys, while all these things mattered, working so hard, attending all lectures, I came to learn about a deeper truth. If you don't set if you don't set boundaries for yourself, then you lose yourself in the chaos. In the university, demands come from different directions. There are assignments, there are group projects, there are exams, there are friendships, there are family obligations. And I told you guys that I was working, I had sons to raise, and now getting to balance between these things and getting to excel in my education, I felt like I was being pulled in 100 different directions. And now there are these emotional pressures, toxic friendships, there are moments of self-doubt, and there are these constant comparison whereby you feel that there are students who have everything figured out. This constant comparison, these unexpected emotional pressures, if you don't take care of it, you might lose yourself. You might lose yourself. So because I saw people lose themselves, or people around me, I saw that all the time. I remember there was a time where everything hit me all at once. I remember exams were looming. My son was not feeling well at the time. I think it was during my third year. My son was not feeling well at the time. And then I was late on assignment. You see that semester where assignments are coming and coming. If you're not keen, you might even miss out on this important. And let me tell you, if you even miss even a single cut at 10 marks exam, you might not, you are not going to graduate. Not that you might not graduate, you will not graduate, definitely. So, and I remember at the time, there is a friend who I had promised I could help them with their coursework. There's a unit, those ones who've done Bachelor of Commerce, there's that unit called Operation Research. There was a friend who had requested me because I had I had grasped some concepts in that unit. They had requested me to spare some time so that I could help them. And I couldn't say no. I didn't want to sound selfish or unhelpful. So I decided that I could help them. Let me tell you guys, that week I could barely sleep. And most stress was coming from this work. There was a deadline that I was supposed to meet at work, and my boss was on my neck. That week I could barely sleep. I remember when the exams came, I realized that I was mentally and physically drained. I remember, look, when the exams came, me staring at that exam paper, and I realized that I had myself so thin that I had nothing to give. I had nothing to give. And you know what happened? I failed that exam. I failed. I failed that exam. That is when I had this wake up call. Judith, what are you doing to yourself? What brought you to this institution? What is happening to you? That was a wake up call for me. I realized that by saying yes to everyone, I was saying no to myself. That is when, guys, I realized the power of boundaries. I realized that boundaries aren't walls, they are doors. They don't shut anyone out, they create space for the things that matter to you. That is when I learned how to say no. I was that person who always wanted to please everyone all the time. That is when I learned to say no. No to distractions. No to anything that did not align with my goals. No to unhealthy relationships. That was a moment I learned to say no. No to friends who drain my energy. I learned to say no to anything that didn't align with my goals. And let me tell you guys, you owe no one an explanation for prioritizing your peace and your purpose, for prioritizing your greatness. I learned to value my time and my space. I came to realize that during those moments of silence, that is when I could find answers. That is when I could find clarity and strength. I learned to value my time and my space. I remember there were days that I could shut down my phone, and then I could spend some quiet time praying, reflecting, listening to my soul. Those moments became my sanctuary. And I told you guys that that is the moment I learned to become my own best friend, to enjoy my own company. Those moments of silence gave me answers. They gave me clarity and strength, even during those moments that I felt overwhelming. I learned to say no to things that didn't align with my goals. I learned to say no to unhealthy commitments, toxic friendships. I was that kind of a person who always pleased everyone. I learned to say no to anything that did not prioritize my growth. Boundaries gave me freedom to focus on what really mattered to me: my education, my sons, my growth, my family, the work, that source of income. Yes, that gave me a smooth stay at university. And I want to tell anyone, I want to tell someone, I want to talk to someone. If you are in a space whereby you have been stretched so thin, I want to tell you that it's okay to say no. You don't have to be everything to everyone. It's okay to say no to distractions. It's okay to say no to anything that doesn't align with your goals. I normally tell people that setting boundaries, that is a form of self-love. That is choosing yourself. Let me tell you, when you say yes to everyone, you are saying no to yourself. You are saying no to your goals. You are saying no to your growth. You are choosing these other people instead of choosing yourself. You cannot be everything to everyone. So learn to say no to anything that doesn't align with your goals, to anything that distracts your peace. You owe no one an explanation for prioritizing your peace and purpose. Learn to say no to anything that doesn't serve you, to anything that doesn't make you a better person. Learn to choose yourself. And let me tell you guys, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Fill yourself first. That is when and only you can be able to give others enough. So that is lesson number 5. Learn to make boundaries your best friend.